They wish to cure us, but I say to you, we are the cure. The cure for that infirm, imperfect condition called Homo sapiens. They have their weapons. We have ours.
Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Bashem Rakakwadash. Much mercy and true honors to you brothers that's in the spirit. And basically, I just wanted to do a little introduction on John 12, which I'm going to go into John 12 and just hit a couple of points in John 12. So basically, I'm going to just start at the top of John 12, and I'm going to get as far as I can for right now. But this is right after he delivered Lazarus. He raised Lazarus from the dead. And that's what the Spirit is doing, is raising men out of the spiritual death that men are in, because guys are really fucking dead. Oh yeah, I wanted to say this too, because you got guys, they probably like, oh, now they're saying we can't eat lamb. You could eat whatever the fuck you want to eat. We're just explaining to you through the scriptures that sacrifice, you think you're sacrificing the lamb, that's not accepted anymore. What's accepted is you doing this out of a good heart and doing this out of a good mind, out of a ready mind. Matter of fact, let me get this before I grab this. What Paul said, because you have to understand that it's not so much as, like I say, it's not so much of the physical. It's this thing is all of the spirit. Because by you doing this of a righteous heart and a ready mind, like the scriptures tells you right here, this is going to lay a foundation for you. Because every day, Yahawashi is picking up your cross daily, not just on a specific fucking day. This is 25/8, 365 days in a year. This is every day. Every day is the Passover, Yahawashi. You have to walk in Yahawashi. 1 Timothy 6 and 17. Charge them that are rich in this world that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. And it says, they that do good, they that be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate, laying up against themselves, laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come, that they may hold on to eternal life. So doing this out of a sincere mind, because what's heavy is by you doing that out of love, that's laying the foundation that's going to have you in a place where you have, though, that you're covered in these times. The Lord said in John 14 that if he loved me, you're going to do the will of the Lord. And the example of showing how you love the Lord, you do what Paul did, do what Peter did, Don't care about your life unto death. You got to teach this thing like you don't even care about your life. And that's why we teach like we do, because we're not actually caring about our life here. You see what I'm saying? So we have to teach this in a way where the Lord did, the way he did, in a way where he was ready to give his life up. And that's the difference of true charity. That's the difference of true love. You see what I'm saying? This is what you gotta understand, that the Lord was in the spirit of, he knew that he was going to be delivered up. So in a sense, you have to be of a mind where, like I said yesterday, like be in the mind frame of when Isaac went on that altar. Yahawashi, what Yahawashi did, they was ready to be offered. You see, Isaac was ready to be offered on the altar when you go back to that story. So, like I said, guys may be like, oh, what they say we can't have lamb. You could do whatever you want, but it's not about a physical lamb. It's all about you having the Lord in you. So, if you're not teaching this truth out of a if you're not doing this out of the love of the new covenant, because like I said, the Lord is going to judge men on the new covenant that the Lord brought on the earth. See, the Lord brought a new covenant on the earth. So now this is the time to see who's really hearkening to the new covenant and to the new agreement, and to the New Testament that the Lord actually brought. Who is actually hearkening to that? You see, this and if you're not able to hearken unto that, then what that's going to do, that's how you're going to be judged. You see what I'm saying? So let me grab something real quick. So that's the thing. When you're not in the spirit, then you're not really teaching this in the spirit of like Paul, ready to die, or in a zealous spirit like that. When you're not in the spirit, you're just doing it. You know, you're not doing it. You think that the way that this ain't really that serious to you. You see what I'm saying? You're not looking at yourself as a sacrifice. And that's why a lot of guys, they want to sacrifice a lamb, because they're not a sacrifice, because they're wicked. Their mind is wicked. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. Philippians chapter 2, verse 1, it says, if there be therefore any consolation in Yahawashi, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any bowels and mercy, fulfill ye my joy, let ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord and one mind. So we're supposed to be of one mind, understanding that Yahawashi is above the law and he's above the Sabbath. So by you actually understanding that, you will move like Yahawashi daily. So that's the mind we're in. We're not just looking at this thing like it's 1 week or it's 1 day that we celebrate the Passover. It's a certain high holy day. The Lord is over the Sabbath days. He's over. Matter of fact, let me read this real quick. Because what you got to understand is what the Lord was letting you know. Like he said that Abraham he was before Abraham, and that got guys totally totally like fucked guys up when he told them scribes and the Pharisees that Abraham knew of his day, and he was actually before Abraham. That totally went over their heads because they were in the flesh. Just like today, what we're saying is going over guys' head because they're in the flesh. So like we're telling guys it's not about a physical lamb, it's about you having the lamb in you. They can't really understand it because they're in the flesh. So they don't see a Passover without having a carnal lamb. They don't see it like that because they're not of the Lord. And it's always an agenda behind things. If where a lot of people are gathered, is an agenda behind it. That's why the Lord tells you what 2 or 3 are gathered, a small sanctuary, coming in one at a time, not to be around the straight gate. Because if you're not to be around a wide gate, because if you're around a wide gate, it's a certain type of agenda. It's not the agenda of the Lord. Because when you go into the laws of Yahawashi, that's where the mercy abideth. You see? You see, so this is what you gotta understand. Oh, let me see, man. It's a couple things. It's a couple things I wanted to get so you could understand. That's why the Lord said. That's why John the Baptist says that the shoes of Yahawashi he could not even loose because he was set to do something real heavy. Hey, he said, like I said, he told them scribes and the Pharisees that he was of Abraham. Oh, here it is right here. John chapter 8, verse 53. Art thou greater than our father Abraham, which is dead, and the prophets are dead, whom thou makest thou thyself? Yahawashi answered and says, if I honor myself, then my honor is nothing. And you know what? That's what's happening. Like, guys are being honored of themselves. So why guys are being honored and double honored and shit, that honor is of nothing. Like the Lord just said, John 8 and 54. It says, Yahawashi answered, if I honor myself, my honor is nothing. It is my Father that honoreth me, of whom ye say that he is your power. Right? So the true honor comes from the unseen. You know, you being and one accord with the unseen power with Yahawashi, you see, with the Father. Because guys are not exalting the Son like that, then they don't have the Father. You see what I'm saying? So by you thinking that a lamb is your sacrifice, then you don't have the Father because you wasn't making it clear that Yahawashi was that sacrifice. So that's why a lot of guys are in a reprobate spirit, because they're getting you to look at the carnal sacrifice instead of Yahawashi being that sacrifice, which you have to be in that spirit of Yahawashi daily, not no specific fucking date. Now going back to John 8 and 54, I know I was going to John 12, but the spirit goes where it wants to go. And hopefully I get back to John 12. If I don't, then I come back a little later. But this is important. Everything that we're bringing out through the spirit is important. You have to be in the spirit. All you carnal guys, you're going to go do whatever you want to do. But the true way is actually walking like Yahawashi. And like I said yesterday, the heartbreak about this whole truth is you. This is where you really see where guys are really at. You see, do they believe enough to not go cook a lamb? Because guys the majority of guys cooking lamb, that shit's just all for show. You see? It's just all for show. It's just something to say I did this. But really it wasn't even about that. That's why the Lord brought himself. So you have to walk in him. Now John 8:54. Now he was telling you that he was before Abraham. You see what I'm saying? He's telling you that he's greater than Abraham. Now let me read this again. John 8:53. Art thou greater than our father Abraham, which is dead, and the prophets are dead, who makest thou thyself? Yahawashi answered, if I honored myself, my honor is nothing. It is my Father that honoreth me, of whom ye say that he is your power. Yet ye have not known him, but I know him. So if I say I know him not, I shall be a liar. Like, we know the Lord, and we know the Lord's will. And so if we sit up here and we don't defend the Lord, we're just as worse as you guys, because you guys are not really defending the Lord. You're not even in his spirit like that. You guys are in the place of the opposition to the Lord, the scribes and the Pharisees that's sitting high in high camps. That's being held high here. When the Lord told you not to take the high seat, you're supposed to be in the lowest seat. So it says, yet have ye not known him, but I know him. And if ye say, I know him, I shall be if I say I know him not, I shall be a liar like unto you, but I know him and keep his saying. Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad. So Abraham knew that the Lord was coming. He knew that the Lord was actually coming. It says, let me read this again. Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he knew and saw it and it was glad. So you had all these prophets knew that the Lord was coming to bring a whole another different type of law, where if you don't really believe, or if you don't really have love, then you're not even in the spirit. That's why I say the basis for spiritual power is love, like the Lord. So if you're not doing this out of love, you don't have any power. You have carnal power with the world, which is temporary. Verse 57, then said the Jews unto him, thou art not yet 50 years old, and thou hast seen Abraham. Right? So guys were looking at it carnal. They're looking at it carnal. Like guys are looking at this thing carnal. Like, they're not looking at how they have to be the lamb. Instead of fucking going to buy a lamb. They're going to buy a lamb acting like that's a lamb they're sacrificing, but they know deep in their heart they don't even have the mind or the heart to actually sacrifice a righteous sacrifice. So it's just like the spirit of Cain out there. It's the spirit of Cain. Like the Lord told Cain to bring Abel to bring a righteous sacrifice. Abel brought a righteous sacrifice. Cain brought a more demonic sacrifice. Which, if the scriptures tell you that the Lord was over Abraham, he's over Solomon, he's over the prophets, and he is the Sabbath day. So to actually serve the Passover, you have to walk in his spirit every day. That is the new Passover. The Lord, he is the Sabbath. So it says, then said the Jews unto him, thou art not 50 years old, and hast thou seen Abraham? Right. So these guys were looking at it carnal. The Lord was letting you know that he was eternal and he was before Abraham. Yahawashi said unto him, verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham I was and am. Before Abraham was, I am. Then they took up stones to cast at him, but Yahawashi hid himself and went out of the temple, going through the midst of them. So he passed by. Right, so they was always looking to kill the Lord. So Abraham rejoiced to see the day of the Lord. You see? And so I'm going to have to go into John 12 another time, but this totally took a whole nother turn until where you understand that Abraham knew of the Lord too. But this thing is totally spiritual, and from the way the Lord was coming, and the scribes and the Pharisees, they were the ones in the flesh. The Lord was in the spirit, so a lot of things the Lord did and said went over their head, just like how we're teaching and what we're saying is going over a lot of carnal fucking guys' heads. But that's good for you, you see. But with that, hey, shalom.